Hey, this is Andreas. I'm the founder of mindbodyconnection.org. We help professionals get out of chronic stress and chronic pain by using clinical hypnotherapy and neuroscience. In today's video, I want to discuss common myths and misconceptions about hypnosis. These misconceptions are a huge barrier that prevents a lot of people from experiencing the powerful beneficial effects of hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So let's get into it. Myth number 1. Hypnosis makes you lose awareness or become unconscious. And this is actually very far from the truth. In EEG brain scans, we can see clearly that you are in fact aware during hypnosis. And actually, the state of hypnosis is actually a state where you are more aware. You're more responsive to suggestion, and you have a very singular focus. And the singular focus on an idea, monoideism, is how we think about hypnosis in the modern era. And the Scottish surgeon James Braid, he is the one who coined this term, monoideism. And he also coined the term hypnotism, where hypnos is coming from the Greek word for sleep. And in later years, he actually regretted using hypnos as the root for his new word, hypnotism, because he felt that it misrepresented what hypnosis actually is. So hypnosis does not make you lose consciousness. It does not make you disappear into the void or anything like that. In hypnosis, you are completely aware. Myth number 2, you lose control during hypnosis. And this one is kind of understandable, and I think it has a lot to do with stage hypnotist shows. So in stage hypnotism, the hypnotist will usually have people come up on stage and they do hypnotic inductions, and then they have them go around and basically embarrass themselves, right? And I'll make a separate video on stage hypnotism and how it actually works from a scientific perspective. But to keep it brief, you do not lose control in hypnosis. You can at any time choose to snap out. You can choose to reject any suggestion or anything that someone tries to tell you in hypnosis. You are fully aware and you're not anywhere else. You are completely able to make your own decisions and to critically evaluate the suggestions that come your way. Myth number 3, only weak-minded people can be hypnotized. And this is one of the misconceptions that is actually very harmful, because some people will approach hypnosis as a bit of a challenge, like, hey, I bet they can't hypnotize me because I'm so smart, I'm so strong, which is actually kind of a sad thing, because people like that will miss out on the beneficial effects from hypnosis. And just in the research, gullibility is not a factor in hypnotic responsiveness. On the contrary, the more intelligent and imaginative the client is, the more responsive they will usually be to hypnosis and to hypnotic suggestion. So people got this really, really the wrong way around. Hypnosis is not for weak-minded people. It is for all people who are willing to engage in the process and who are curious to see what benefits they can get from it. Myth number 4, hypnosis is mind control. And like we just kind of touched upon. You can at any time refuse any suggestion that comes your way, or you can snap out of hypnosis. And again, stage hypnosis has a lot of the blame for this mind control thing, as well as kind of the more supernatural ideas surrounding hypnosis from many years ago. But hypnosis is not mind control. The non-state theorists has gone very diligently throughout this whole idea of mind control, and they found that it is not mind control. It is focused attention, imagination, suggestibility, expectation, and role taking. Especially with stage hypnosis, there's a lot of social compliance elements to it, which is very interesting. Anyway, let's move on. Myth number 5. Hypnosis will only work if you believe in it. And this one I find more interesting because this is more closely related to the truth. You see, a lot of the beneficial effects from hypnosis come from what we call expectation effects. So expectation is a huge part of the ideal dynamic response. That is more of a technical term to describe how hypnosis interacts throughout the whole mind-body system. The brain works in a manner we call predictive processing. So the brain will always kind of expect and predict things and then map that and kind of weave it together with what actually happens to provide a stable experience of reality, basically. Expectancy is also how the placebo works. And that's the effects and the outcomes, but also expectancies help to create the experience of hypnosis itself. But you don't need to believe in it to experience it. But you have to be willing to engage in the process with an open mind and to put some effort into it. So you don't have to believe as long as you put some effort and you actually engage in the process. Myth number 7. Is hypnosis dangerous? And the answer is no, not at all. Hypnosis is used clinically for anxiety, for pain, for stress reduction, for resilience. It's used for a lot of things. It has been for decades and decades, even centuries now. And it is approved and recommended by medical associations all over the world. There are some what we call counterindications for hypnosis. And like if you have schizophrenia or if you have severe depression, there are some circumstances where hypnosis is usually not recommended. Other than that, hypnosis is completely safe. That being said, if it's being misused by someone who is malevolent, of course, it has risks. But if it's used clinically by a professional for therapeutic benefits, it's completely safe. So to sum it all up, hypnosis is not mystical anymore. It was mystical in the late 1700s when Franz Mesmer were running around Paris. But now we've had 200 plus years of research into hypnosis. It's not a mystery anymore. It is simply focused attention, or monoideism, as we call it, singular focus on a singular idea, and heightened responsiveness to suggestion. That's it from me today. I hope you learned something new. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any other questions about hypnosis, about hypnotherapy, about using it for chronic pain, whatever, maybe there's another statement that you heard about hypnosis that you think may or may not be true. Leave your questions in the comments and I'll make sure to address them in the comments directly or create another video. See you in the next one.